Hi, Gryoger again, here on another Let's Play Solo. Session 21. Alright, before we get going, I thought I'd take a moment to talk about a couple things I do off camera, just because I think it may help some of you in your solo play. One of the things I do, which I've mentioned before, but it's worth mentioning again, I actually go through and number all the encounters and the rooms. I'm doing this primarily because, as a DM, I run other games, and this when I finish this level, this will give me a level which I could run as a one-off or something else. So that's just something to think about. It doesn't really take a lot of time. It's loosely in the order um, that I've explored it, but not entirely. And it's not that important that it be in. All the only thing that has to happen is your numbers need to be unique. The system I use is level and then entry. So basically, all the first level entries start 0, 1, yeah, and a dash. The reason I do that is because, like, once you have 10 or 20 levels, you can just go something like 1 dash and only get the first level. If you don't do something like that, then, like, if you just did 1, then you might get 1, 10, 100, things like that. So leading with the level as a 0, 1, 2-digit number, because we're going to go up to 20. So that means that the 1s and the 10s and that type of stuff works. And the same reason for the notice that I'm leading 1 before 10, right? That's just to get it all to line up. So I do that for the parcels, the encounters, and the rooms. It doesn't take very long, and it allows me to reuse the level in a regular game. Let's see. The other thing I want to talk about is the way I play traps. I mentioned it before when I was playing that on the first level, I see that traps probably shouldn't reset more than once a day. First level characters are notoriously fragile, and that just basically gives them a big hand. So they don't get trapped in a room that they can't leave. Like if there was a trap, there was a door here and a trap on it. Somehow they got in here, they got past the trap, and then it reset, and then it kills them on the way out. That's not a lot of fun, for example. Now, on the deeper levels, I have them reset after an hour. Basically, if you take a short rest, then they'll come back. Uh, that adds a little tension, but obviously you don't have to do it that way. And that's pretty much all I wanted to mention. I thought that might be a couple helpful things. The last thing I noticed last time I was talking about how it messes the map up when you shift drag something over. I didn't really explain that very well. What it messes up is the fog of war. So if I look back, you can see my fog of war here. This is on the PC. So when I pick somebody up, basically this map goes away. There is an extension that fixes that, and the way I've done secret doors, I have to pick people up. I don't think it's a big deal in this style of solo play where I don't only am putting a tile down basically as I explore in there. But if you were using a more complex map where it's more than one tile per area, this might actually become an issue because you might not always know which rooms you are in. Let me just see if I have so like what I'm talking about is if I have a complex series of rooms, see, like I've got there's like 1, 2, basically 3 rooms, and I get up to here and then I leave, and then I lose my fog of war, it would not be obvious to me if I went back in whether I'd gone into through these doors into the deeper parts. It doesn't matter when you only have one exploration area per tile, but it could matter with more complex, and also in a more a dungeon where you're using an existing map. All right, enough of that. Let's get going. All right, so our buddies did pretty well. They got a little beat up. They explore quite a bit, and they're actually kind of out on the tail end of nowhere right now. Um, poor Tordak is beat up. He's used his second wind, and then he got crit by our lovely life leech trap. Um, the rest of them are in pretty good shape. And so what I'm thinking here is what they're going to try for a short rest. And conveniently, a couple rooms back, they found a secret dead end secret door. This is a perfect place to do a short rest. So their goal is to get their short rest up because they're trying to not use up the cleric's spells. He's still fresh, and that'll allow them to explore a little bit more because they've got here and then they've got back here. So they're pretty excited. And then there's also, you can go north. So they have three directions. They're going to shy away from this trap. They don't know much about it. They got shot. They've already got the loot out of there, and it's heading further away from the start. They're thinking about doing that one another day. So let's get going. So they looted last time, and I'm gonna clear off the combat tracker. Delete from tracker. We're gonna take off that life leech trap, which we know, even though they don't, that it's not active. And let's clear out the initiatives. So normally I might think about keeling up, but it's so close. And of course, this is one of the things that does get people killed. So they're going to go 1, 2, then open up the secret door. That's not quite enough to trigger a random monster check, but it will take them a minute to get over there and to get the door open. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. So if I actually put these guys in there, if I picked them up and put them in there, it would show how that this thing would get cleared. Now sometimes you might want to get it cleared. You can see that something happened here, and where I dropped this tile, and somebody could see through the walls. I think that might have been where the bird, I'm sorry, the owl, silence ended up outside the wall. So we made it back. So they're right here. And I will just pick them up. So if I pick them up and drop them into this room, then we'll assume they're in the, oh, here. We can go ahead and drop them into the secret. A big of a drop in here. If we go flip back to the other one, you can see that the whole fog of war is gone. Like I said, there is an extension that fixes that. If this is something that's important, and it might be. All right, now, normally I would say they're perfectly safe to do a short rest behind a secret door. The problem with this one is it's an easier, it only takes a 13 to find it. If it was a normal or harder one, I wouldn't roll random encounter chance at all. I still think it's pretty hard. I'm going to do a 20 on a 20 die because I think it's quite unusual if they do get an encounter, but there's a chance because that one's a pretty easy one to find. All right, yay! They got through the secret door. They got through a rest behind the secret door, which didn't work out last time they tried that. So let's go ahead and short rest, which should be the 60. There we go. Obviously, the lantern continues to run, but they need to re-up the lights. So the first thing they're really going to do is Tordek is going to roll a hit dice. And he's hoping for a good roll. Oh, and he got it. They've been rolling the session before, the one before that one actually. They were rolling ones and twos constantly. So that was a good roll. That helps them quite a bit. And they're basically ready to go then. I don't think anybody else is really hurt. Let's take a quick look. Yeah. All in pretty good shape. So let's head back here, have the cleric recast light on himself. And there we go. All right. So, what was I going to say? Oh, it's worth spending a second. Normally, when you advance time, things like the lights don't go out. This is one of the reasons I use this extension over here. This one will advance time. In this case, it's a short rest. Double click to initiate the short rest. Advance this number of minutes. So 60. And this is also double to advance 8. And then normally you can go advance time. It's handy for these type of things. It's also kind of handy if you have 10-minute spells, things like that. Let's go. So they will get back in party formation and they will boldly advance out. Now you can drag these, or of course you can select them all, hold shift and drag them through the wall, which is what I'm going to do this time. So when we get out there, we've got, this is what they're seeing now. Notice they still see that, but they don't see anything else. All right. So, I know there's a trap here. There's nothing here. I think I can go for the low-hanging fruit here and head south. I am going to get them in back in a square so I can drag them around corners and stuff. Let's get silence up and everybody move up. All right, and we'll mass select them again. And they're ready to explore. Let's get over there. To get here, it was 1, 2. So when they get into this room, they need to do a random monster encounter check. Let's get them in here. And let's do one more. And the monsters are sleeping. All right, let's bring this one up because I think there might be a trap on that south door. Or it's stuck or something. Okay, they originally came in here, so we want the door. Straight exit door. Yeah, it's trapped. Okay. All right, so there's a trap. Let's go ahead and generate it. There we are. Okay, this is one of the fun ones. So there's an illusionary boulder trap. And basically, a boulder shields up and rolls in theory. So their standard plan is the rogue goes up and checks it out. The rest of the party is probably back towards here. Let's take a look at how tough this one is. This one is a normal one. So 15. Let's get over here and see how our rogue did. All right, so he will naturally stealth up, though of course it doesn't matter in this particular case. Then he'll look for it. That's probably enough. And then, assuming he finds it, he will. Oh, that was not good. I bet he set it off. Let's go see how it works out. All right. So we got our illusionary bolt at 15. That's fine. He rolled a 16, 19. Okay. Then he's got to remove. Now, once again, these are set up for 2024 rules, so they're 5 too high. Oh, he's still going to blow it, though. Okay, so this is, it's really 17. He rolled a 10. Basically, if you're within 5, he thinks he disarmed it, but he didn't. However, he missed by more than 5, which means he sets it off immediately. So let's get these guys set up because for the boulder, it's going to matter. And I have it. All right, so basically, there's probably they usually do a little breathing room. It's the party formation. Has girth and Ian normally in the back. And the I'm sorry, the wizard and the 2 frontliners. It's a little too close. Normally my guys want, I may have mentioned it, they want about 10 feet between the rogue and the front line. And maybe a little bit more here. It's just something like that. All right, let's see how this works out. The rolly boulder basically has a path it'll take. It tries to hit the most people. So any in line, it's a 10-foot wide, 30-foot line, basically centered on the door. Wow, it's going to get almost all of them. All right. So it's basically something good a bit like that. All right, boom. I got it, guys. No problem, he says. Right then, from out of nowhere. It's illusionary because basically I don't want a real boulder down there breaking stuff. So it may be illusionary, but it still does real damage. So any in line must make an intelligence check because it's an illusion. One of the things I did with my traps is I went through and distributed them. The basic traps samples all very are usually they're legacy, so they're almost all Dex and or AC based. So I went through and made sure that all types of traps are represented when I built my traps. So this one's an int save. The DC is 13, and notice how this is going off. It's probably going to get a lot of them, but because it's a first level trap, the damage is awfully low. So let's go ahead and trigger saving throws using the party sheet. And it's an int save, and that's on the main tab. And we want a skill, and there's the save, and we want an int, and we want it to be, what is it? It's normal, it's probably around 13 or so. 13, yeah. All right, let's see how they do. Whoosh! Indiana Jones moment! Oh my god, jump! Ah! Ah! Okay, well, oop, oop. All right, the wizard did good. The Tordak didn't do so good. Oh, they actually did pretty good. It looks like only the fighters failed. All right, let's take a look. I also, when I built my traps, I did a couple types. I did say I did saves for half and saves for nothing. And this is a failed save half as much. So, um, what we can do here is now I could have, if I wanted to do this not by hand, basically, you put this on here, you select everybody, and you roll it. That's why they're set up this way. But in this case, it's kind of funner to deal with it. All right, so our fighter failed to save, so I'm going to just drag and drop this on the fighter. Both of them. Oh, they got max. Now notice that even though this is a max damage trap, I'm doing 4. Okay. This is my trap philosophy is simply more traps, much less damage. Much less damage. And then everybody else is going to take 2. So, shaken by their, from their, oh, we're doing great feeling. They start off their exploration with a bang. All right. You got a few scratches. Oh, that's probably it for silence, though. Uh, uh, uh. Silence. Well, silence has 3 hit points. Let's see, silence saved. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say his int save is not his best. All right, only a -4. He can do it. He can do it. Ooh, he did it! What a stud! All right, so poor Silence eats 2, which actually won't kill him. Oh, it does take him right to critical there. All right, everybody glares at the rogue. Now I know that we I know this thing is done, but they don't, of course. So it's like now we get into a discussion on yeah, do we really want to go this way south? Obviously, if it's trapped, it must be there must be massive goodies this way, and yeah, and or do we go back and take a look at that going north? Um, it's still pretty good shape, other than silence. They could let these injuries go, and honestly, it's not enough damage for them to waste a spell or resource on them. Even the second ones will probably overheal them. It just means they're going to trigger faster. Now it does. It's obviously more dangerous for them. They're going to have Hien open it again, and what they're going to do because the boulder went this way, they don't really know how it works. They're simply going to go through up here, and we're going to wait like here with the door, one door open, and yeah. Oh my God! For silence. Oh, silence is Essen. That evil rogue finding all those traps. And then from around the door, they go, "Yeah, go for it, Ian. See if we can remove." Uh, I didn't really want to be a rogue. Yeah. Okay, so he will. We'll roll just for role playing reasons. He's gonna he he knew it was there. I could have sworn I got rid of it. So he tries again and rolls exactly the same thing. So to all his things, he says, "Yeah, I got it." A sweat, a bead of sweat rolls down his face. They all look at him, but sometimes bad things happen to good people. So they're gonna open the door, but they're gonna be a little more cautious. I think. I believe the normally the yeah half orc is over there. So they're gonna spread out just in case. He's gonna leave whisper silence behind this door just in case, and that way they can also get a good view of something. Uh, the cleric is gonna he's gonna hang out here. Well, no, I think he's gonna move over to here. What's down this way? Oh, that's the elbow. Sure. Here, Austin will move over here too. Okay, there we go. Ian wants to leave, but they all glare at him, tell him, "You're damn well staring in this room." But okay. They throw it open, wait for something horrible to happen, and he must have removed it. Or it hasn't reset yet. All right. What's on the other side aside from boulders? No sign of any boulders comes rolling by, which gets an immediate sigh of relief. Now they're way up on the normal exploration table, and they've already found the hoard on the first level, so they got a straight room. Yeah, it's got doors. Doors are actually where most traps are. So they might have. Also, there's a higher chance of random encounters. Okay, well, I got the room description. I got so excited about it, but I haven't actually done the tile yet. Let's just do it up here. We got a straight room, 29. Heading deeper and deeper. Okay, so the straight room. Let's coin that thing. For those who don't know, that's what this thing over here does. Minimize. Turns it into a coin. So we're coming in right about there. Oops, overlapped. Let's pull it down a little bit. There we go. You can tell I overlap because of the corners. Now, in theory, you should rotate it around, but obviously it's just straight. It doesn't matter. So what do we got? Let's uncoin it and take a look. Well, there we go. Interesting room. So, ice door. Oh, I thought it said ice. Yeah, native ice. It's pretty cool. That'll get them nervous right there. Now they do have a monster encounter, and there's a trap on the other side. So if the monsters decide to run out, they go out through the trap door. One of the things you notice, I could actually generate a trap now, but I'd rather not know what it is until it actually becomes important. That's kind of when I'm trying to keep the exploration theme going. I don't know what it is until it becomes. Ooh, slaad tadpoles. Let's go ahead and put them in there. And then let's go ahead and put them in the room. Here, we can, oops, I did it twice. Interesting. I didn't know you could, I haven't used that before. Just a duplicate record. That's pretty cool. But, all right, tadpoles. All right, let's take a look at them. The tadpoles are, they're magic resistant. One of the things that their tactics are they have no range attack. Okay. The other thing, they're tiny. To refresh you on tiny, that means you can have up to four of them in a square. And because they're tiny, they can move into any medium-sized monster. So even though they don't have a range attack, they're going to flow forward through the party. There's six of them. The thing to look out for tinies is their reach. These are 5 foot. Some tinies basically have to be in the same square in order to attack. That's not true for these things. This means that the frontline fighters are going to have a hard time holding the line. Let's get set up. They're going to be nervous about this door because it's ice. So he's going to do his full checking, especially after he's already set off a trap, and he's not going to find anything. So the next question comes down to does he hear the slaad tadpoles? And do the slaad tadpoles hear him? So let's get over here and have him sneak up. And then we'll have him listen. And of course he checks it. All right, so he's got a good proficiency. He rolled average, but even still. His stealth was horrible. He's still shaken by that rolling boulder, apparently. So that's like almost on fighter level. Let's take a look at how some extraplanetars are really good with senses, and some of them, like these low level ones, are pretty terrible. They got actually a stealth. All right, so he rolled a 17. Their passive stealth is 14. That's through the door, so I would give it a -2. So it's effectively a 16, but he rolled a 17. So he actually hears these guys. Uh, Attractively substantial. Wow. All right. So he comes back and tells these guys he heard something. These guys, oh, after all that, and look at what their passive perception was. That's not what their stealth was. Ooh, it's terrible. Unfortunately, our fighters are worse. So let's see. They'll hear a 5, which I think one of these fighters is. Yeah, it's nothing. He's a 5. All right, so they both hear each other coming. The door is not locked, not stuck. One of the things I noticed, I sometimes forget about stuck. Let's get back into play mode. Ceiling's flat, made from 2.5 blocks of one mortared. All right. Let's do it. They're both aware of each other. How smart are these tadpoles? 3. That's basically animal intelligence. is they're not going to open the door, which is what I was wondering about. Let's get them down here. They know they're coming. They're basically, there used to be a alignment called hungry. People used to call it hungry. And the idea is that, yeah, they're, one of the problems with these tiny monsters is they're a pain in the ass to grab. They're like silence. Got to get your mouse right over them. That's a problem with the style of tokens I'm using. I like the transparent ones. I do the transparent ones because it helps on the, if you ever go into the camera view, see how they stand up. I actually have a player who does this a lot. And so I set up the tokens basically to look decent in that mode. All right, so they're going to come up. I'm going to trigger the encounter. They're both aware. Basically, what's going to happen is everybody's going to go off as soon as one of these fighters gets the door open. I think that's their order. Or silence. Oh, way around here. Allison's going to leave silence back here to watch their back. And this is their order. They're grouped up like that to a certain extent because of the light. When they get a little bit higher level, I may spread them out a little bit more. There's advantages and disadvantages to spreading them people out. All right, they've rolled. Let's get the PCs to roll. All right. It's going to be a waiting game, pretty much. So they know there's something on the other side. This is kind of, so he is going to ready a firebolt, first hostile. I'm not sure what it is. This party, as far as this party hasn't fought slaad tadpoles before. No, that was my other party. So Dent will kick it all off by opening the door. Now, the monsters haven't gone, so they're not ready or anything. So he throws the door open, the ice door. What type of handle did it have? Ice with a carved wooden knob. All right. So he grabs the knob and throws it open and immediately sees, what the hell is that? He sees some sort of weird aberrations. So as soon as the door goes open, Asim will see they're not technically hostile yet. So his ready doesn't quite go off yet. By hostile, hostile is a shortcut for saying something about to attack us. These things haven't attacked yet because I haven't gone. Dent's not sure what's going on. He opened the door. They know there's something in there. He sees these little weird creatures. Like a slug. And what the heck are these? Pretty sure Dent's a very straightforward person. I have a lesson for every situation drawn from observing nature. Creator good. Make the most happiness for the whole tribe. Okay, so for off of it. No caution. Trying to say if he's going to attack them immediately before they've attacked him. He's got a good. Worshipper of Thor. I read a non-standard version of Thor, which is mostly due to Ragnarok has already happened. So like Odin's dead, for example. Thor isn't. So the pantheon's slightly skewed. Uh, he's really not sure what's going on. He's not scared of him. He's just gonna ready. Now, low level is easy to ready for them because they're not giving up an attack. As soon as he gets fit, the fifth level, that's gonna be a lot harder to do. All right, they will go hostile because they see food and they immediately leap in into attack. All right, so Mr. Attractively, what is he? Attractively substantial. Okay, not sure what that means. I think he's an attractive fat tadpole. Um, he's going to go right for that delicious looking dent. And so as soon as he does that, that's going to trigger the readies. Usually the order I do it is in the one they readied in. So Austin will fire first, and then Dent will go off. So let's do it. Austin. They're kind of small. Now, pretty sure he is small. Size. Yeah, they're small. That is one of the old 2014 is small. The reason it's important is they because these are tiny, they can go into the medium size, but they actually can't go into Alston Square. All right, he is going to use his old reliable firebolt. I probably should have called it out earlier. I knew he was going to do that. Now he's got these cool new dice, so let's see. That's a hit. All right, he's been cursed to be rolling twos quite a bit. Oh no, he got a one. Oh shit! And it totally resisted it. Oh my god! Total resistance to fire. He's gonna be in trouble. That's not good. All right, so Dent hears this and immediately swings his awesome quarterstaff. He loves this thing. He sleeps with it in his arms at night. Oh, whack! That better not be resistant to my quarterstaff. Okay, so it takes full damage from the quarterstaff. Uh, and then, unfortunately, it's after all that thing finally gets to attack. Dent. Missed. So that, one of the problems with Fantasy Grounds is it is hard to do the tinies. He is going to flow into Dent Square. And this is part of one of the reasons. I'm going to put him right here. He's actually in Dent Square, so he can be targeted. It's important these things move up because otherwise not all of them will be able to get into combat, and they're going to want to. All right, so this guy goes, and he is going to go 1. That is one of the things. They do have speed of 30, which a lot of small creatures are slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't go into Alston Square. He'll attack Alston. Nom nom nom. Starts trying to chew on the gnome, but the rolls a 1. All right. He goes in and looks for the most delicious looking guy. Uh, these guys wear too much metal. 1, 2. Now you can have up to 4 of these guys in a square, which is a little awkward. He's gonna bite on Alston again. Ooh, that's probably a hit. Yep. Just a little nibble. Alston for dinner. Ooh, he's critical. Nom nom nom. They're starting to get really excited. They start frenzying. Now you can get 4 of these guys in a square, which is awkward in fantasy grounds. I'm gonna put this guy up in the top corner. He's still basically in the square though, and they're gonna try to savagely eat Alston alive. Oh, you missed though. All right, so the final guy, excited by the blood frenzy, is going to go into here. So all 4 of these are in this square over here, the middle of the party. And he is going to try to eat Alston before the other guys do. Oh, we crit him. Oh, poor Alston. All right. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. No, Alston goes down. Oh, for mint damage. All right. Poor Alston, bleeding out. Sworn by evil tadpoles. Yeah. This one is going to attack Death. Trying to chew. He's sure there's something delicious under that hard metallic shell there. So Gert. Hmm. This is one of those tough things where he probably wants to bonus action heal him. Even if he's going to get chewed to pieces again, it'll keep the monsters chewing on him and keep him from dying. Um, that's part of the thinking here. And if he bonus actions, then he can cantrip one of these guys. Now, fire apparently doesn't work. Fortunately, Girth doesn't have fire. Unfortunately, Alston is pretty much fire and lightning, and it's the lightning he's got to touch. So he is going to bonus action heal. And because he's a life cleric, this is a much better option, obviously, because he's got a big fat +6. And at first level, the +6 is huge relative to their hit point pools. And he actually maxed it. Notice how he got him all the way to healthy. Then he is going to. Small things are usually dexterous. He's had such bad luck with hole. He is going to hit one of the ones that are in this square. Let's go for 16 here. Oh, he failed. Usually I will warn people. He seems to be a little bit more resistant to your tall because of the advantage roll. Smart players will notice the pair of dice and figure it out. So, oh, it didn't kill him. All right, necrotic works, says Kurt. He's literally in melee with these guys, so he doesn't want to maneuver. Generally, they did pretty. They don't seem to hit that well. And they took down Austin, but he's not exactly well armored. All right, he's got a bow out. He's going to drop the bow, pull out his short sword, and attack. Next round, he's going to pull out his dagger. He will. See, here's the issue. Focus fire, not focus fire. He did 7 to this thing, and it didn't die. So he's going to. His thinking is he probably can't outright sneak attack to death something unless he rolls well. So he'll go for the more sure thing and try to attack the thing that's wounded. Let's get over to the player side. Short sword in hand. All right, he rolls well. Activates sneak and hopefully finishes this guy off. Of course, he's a little. The half orc did well with his magical quarterstaff. What about our weapon here? Hit points. All right. They don't seem to be resistant to non-magical weapons. The first one goes down. Don't seem to be resistant to magic weapons. My weapon worked. Not happy being in hand to hand. But his buddy Alston is down, so. Tordak. Tordak's going to continue to try to work on these guys that seem to be swarming the gnome. He's going to swing a mean battle axe, encouraged by hearing they don't seem to have resistant to weapons. He's going to go for number 3. Now, and he rolls a 7, but hits. I thought it was a 1 at first. I'm like, is that a 1? That's the problem with fancy dice. Sometimes it's hard to read the face. Good swing. Number 3. You can tell you're over the right one when that thing comes up. All right, so it's moderate. These things are pretty much showing they need like 2 hits to take down is the party's current thinking. Silence. Oh no, 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 no. Master, master, master. Not much he can do right now, though. All right. One of the things you may have noticed this is round 1. It's because they start at round 0. That's a better combat effects goal. They do some, how to put this, manipulation of the round number to get things to go off at the right time. That's probably the best way to say it. All right, so first we got our attractively substantial going. This one is the one that's in dense square, so it will go ahead and attack him. These things are basically brainless. No, okay, that's too hard. harsh. They're animalish. They have animal intelligence. So they're if it um, misses them again, it may swap targets. Get up, get up, get up. So silence. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, Hiem will draw his offhand weapon, increase his chances of hitting. He agrees basically. It is looking like you need to hit these guys twice. So he will go after the wounded one. So he'll start with his short sword. And number 3. It's right there, by the way. Sometimes it's hard to pick these things out, so you could drop it on this. All right, so he did hit, and his sneak attack will go off. One of the things, every once in a while, with better combat effects gold, this automatic sneak attack always goes off on the first attack. Sometimes you don't always want that. 95% of the time you do, though. So you would attack with the offhand first if that was something that you did not want. Short sword, yeah, let's do it. Is it enough? Well, all right, he got him. A 1 and a 5. All right, that guy dies. He is going to use his offhand weapon because see if he can get a little chip damage in on one of them. Number 4. He does hit him. And sometimes it's easier to, like I say, to drop him over here. And so that's 1 point. We all know that sometimes 1 point matters, and but most of the time it doesn't. All right, let's get rid of this guy. They're coming back. Coming back strong. Oh, the tadpoles. All right, Mr. Tadpole. All right, so he's up again. So they're going to frenzy him. This is one of the ones that's in the... he does hit him. Starts trying to chew him up. This is the other one that's on him. He will also attack. He's getting advantage because Austin's prone. Oh, and I put him back down. All right. Unfortunate. Kind of what the clerk was expecting. All right, this guy will attack him. Dent. And he has missed continuously. He's going to move in, and I'm not going to do it, but he's going to go into Tordak square. 1, 2, like that. So I'm going to just put it in between them. So this one is actually in Substantial is in Dent Square, and this one's in Tordak Square. All right, so Gert, unfortunately, has his expectations. They could heal him. They're going to want to heal him. The advantage of the bonus action heal is that it allows him to get the action economy off. In this case, though, the party outnumbers the monsters. And importantly, from Gerst's point of view, the mage is not gone. So if he gets him back up, he'll have an attack. Now, he may not have a very effective attack. What I'm thinking is that instead of... there's a couple ways you could play this. He could give him a potion, which is where I'm leaning. The advantage of giving a potion is they can explore more. Because if as soon as Gert casts his last healing spell, they probably should bail. using a 50 gold potion to extend their is good in the sense these guys are knocking on second. This probably won't do it, but the next one after it probably will. So if they can get in 2 encounters and come back super strong the next day, probably worth 50 gold. I think he is going to do it that way. He probably wouldn't do it if Alston hadn't already had gone already. He would have probably just healed him. So he's going to use his potion of healing, which I have set up here, but unfortunately it's an action. One of the things I do like about the 2024 rules, all these type of things are bonus actions. Let's go into his inventory and reduce him down to 1 again, because he had 2. All right, so Austin's pretty good roll on that. I'll tip him sideways. And then he's done. All right, so he's prone. He's going to stand up. He knows Firebolt doesn't work, and he will give disadvantage anyway. He is going to look for the wounded one. The wounded one here is in dense square. If we take a quick look at our shocking grasp, it's touch, which is adjacent squares. So he's going to touch this guy, the dense wounded one, and see if he can hit him. This is attractively substantial. And a hit would be good. And he rolls a 15, plus 5 is 20. Good solid hit. In theory, he could try to make an escape out of here, but he's still adjacent to a bunch of them, so it wouldn't work. A little bit of luck. He rolls a 7. No, it's also partially resisted. So immune to fire, resistant to lightning. He'll pass that on. Guys, not totally resistant, but resistant to lightning. All right, Tordak is going to focus fire. There's only one wounded one. It's in dense square, but he's going to see if he can take him out. Swinging that mean battle axe. Attractively substantial. You're going down. Oh, he gets a good hit. Good hit. And it's enough. All right. All right. Dent. Dent's had the one that was in there on him killed. Let me just get rid of it. There's one in Tornak Square, and there's basically 2 over in the middle. He'll swing at one of the ones in the middle, number 5. The advantage of attacking one of these 2 is they're in this square, so everybody can attack them, so focus fire is easy. He'll swing his awesome quarterstaff. And hits him. All right. Oh. It's got a good mod, but yeah. All right. Round 2. Let's go ahead and move this one in here, just so it's easier to target. Alright, Ian has a short sword and a dagger out. He will go after the wounded one. Short sword. Got him. Oh, we got him. That was a good roll. 6 and a 4. Alright. He will offhand the other one. And hits him. Oh, well, for Max, he averaged, he got a 1 last time, he got a 4 this time. Alright, so things are going much better, though they spent a lot of resources in this fight. If they can clean it up, that would be good. And in fact, he dropped one right before they go. So this one is in fact in the middle. He is going to attack Alson again and hit him. Always critical. All right, this one is the one that's in Tordak Square. He was going for Tordak. Oh, and he almost got him before it rolled over. They have a +4. He rolled a 6. Yeah, I would have gotten him. Just gotten him. He messed up. All right, so Dent is going to hack at the wounded guy. Hack is going to smack the wounded guy with his awesome quarterstaff. Oh, he got him. They don't have much. Their armor class is low. It's not a horrible roll, but a 12 is decent. 12 armor class. Oh, that's a big dice. All right. It was all my +4 damages, Ian. Okay. All right. There's only one left. Oh. He could dodge. But if it was one here, he probably would. However, this is the one that's in Tordak Square. It seems like trying to help him down, even resistant, is still probably a little better than dodging. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. He slaps him again. Channels a little bit of electricity right through him. Partially resisted for 3. It's got it to moderate. All right, now, the only one left. He is going to back up. Silence, it was bad, man. It was bad. Oh, I know, boss. I was so worried. I probably have to advance from the... Rawr. This is Tordak. Battle axe to the fin. Oh, that's a good roll. And slash. Oh, for men damage. Still takes it to critical though. Girth. It's not a lot of healing. Your armor class really seems bad. They have resistance to their saving throws. He is actually going to move in and use his mace. And the guy hit on a 12, so it seems like a better option than an advantage saving throw. Though he's still not quite sure how smart they really are. Oh my god, a 1. Oh, all right. The time has come. Gerst dice, I've got to go. Let's see if we can. Okay. Yeah, no, he was using these Dragon Queen dice. Evil. Evil Dragon Queen. I'm pretty happy with a lot of these hero dice. Let's see if we can find a set of cleric dice. Some nice cleric dice. There we go. That's a cleric. Looks pretty good. Let's try these. He's a light cleric. I mean, life cleric. The white seems pretty decent. All right. New dice. Things will go better. Right. Right? Oh, round 3. Round 3. New initiatives and Tordak. Tordak pulls back his battle axe and makes a big swing. He's trying to slice this sucker in half. He got him. He got him. He got him. All right. We want to slice this guy in 2, and he does it. Good job, Tordak. All right. Wow. So they're aberrations. You can make a case that slaad tadpoles might actually be extraplanar. Uh, they've got so. And we get into should they really have incidental treasure? If they do, it's from past victims. I'm actually not going to give them treasure. I don't think they're likely to have it. You could argue one way or the other. Um, I don't think it matters that much if you don't always do incidental treasure. Personally, your hordes make up for it. And usually, by the way, the weapons are the most expensive, the biggest high ticket items they're going to find out if they don't hit a horde treasure. So I'm not going to do incidental treasure for these guys. It's like basically having a deer have money. It's not likely. Though deer probably wouldn't attack. So they're gonna let's take a look at this room again. It's got smooth hewn store, flat, made from 2.5 blocks. And there's another door directly across. Now the thing is, they still have healing, but Alston is beat up. Yeah. I think what they want to do is they've got a secret door, like a little bit away. And they're going to hide in that room and do a short rest. Now, before they do that, Alston is going to cast Mage Armor because he wants to, and then he's going to have to think about maybe he needs a, another cantrip. I'm thinking when he levels up, he's going to drop the light. So he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself. I don't think it would have mattered that much in this last fight. It may have cost him to take a little less damage, maybe make one of them miss once. And then they're going to retreat. So this was a new, this was an old, this is a new, this is an old, so they're up to 2 as far as every third tile. They should make a random encounter check. I'm just going to grab them and drop them over here. And we'll do another D20, a 20. They found a monster, or more likely a monster found them. And yet another short rest. Very short rest. It probably took them a minute to do everything else. Actually, given there was a trap there. There. Minute for the fight. And we go through. Another, the light goes away. But in this case, short rest in this case helps most everybody. Thornax already used his hit dice roll. That's not great. Let's take a look at how everybody ends up. But it may be they took too much damage, then they should really bail on out of here. It's questionable whether you really want to do it, but if they're on the edge of leaving, there's no point in keeping their hit dice. So like this is like, so. Oh, nice dice. They're looking better. All right, so everybody uses it. He should have second winded before the short rest. How you want to play that is up to you. I'm gonna second. He should have done it if I'd been running him direct single. I probably would have. And then he would recover it on the short rest. That's why he would have wanted to do it that way. The only issue with doing this type of thing, if they really got a random encounter, he wouldn't have had it. However, behind the secret door, I think it was probably okay. So they're about as ready to go as they can be. Let's take a look at them. Alston will have. Oh yeah, we should have. We need silence to roll his. What's his hit dice? A D4 -1. Wow, that makes me think. I'm trying to remember. Do you always get at least 1 point from rolling hit dice? That's a good question. You know what? This is probably a good time to quit. I guess I'll look that up. And I'll see you guys next session.